Okay, if you haven't figured it out, I'm working to get some of the extras off the motor before I drop it. So I'm working right now to disconnect everything. I'm going to take the carb off. I'm going to get the fan belt off. And I'm going to pull the doghouse and the generator, because this is a generator machine, off to start getting everything kind of getting ready to drop this motor out. So this nut, for me at least, is a 22 millimeter. So sometimes because it moves, you need to get a screwdriver, and there's some slots or a nut in there that you can kind of shimmy against to stop it from moving. And I'm just going to loosen everything up enough.
To service your vehicle, we know we can earn your trust. Midas Tire and Auto on Orange Street, just before the bridge.
Get the belt off. I'm going to set it aside. I'm kind of setting everything over here. Tighten this back down.
Dave, we talked
Just
about
because
this
it's
and
set
we need to run
now
all
doesn't
business by
necessarily
HR
mean it will be
first.
set later.
Say hello to.
Hello.
Be nervous, it's her first day.
So there's usually some sort of grounding strap or strap. This is what I use on mine. You can buy one specifically for it. This is what's on mine.
Hello, Teresa. No, my name is Lisa.
So now I got to pull the carburetor off so it's kind of out of the way to lift the generator.
Need health insurance.
Okay, as you can see, that's quite of a mess back here. The clutch cable's doing its own thing. I gotta undo the boot for the throttle cable to be able to pull it out, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So these, at least on my engine, these carburetor nuts are 13 millimeter. So this is all aftermarket. I have it raised a little bit to get above the doghouse for more fresh air, and when we go up and play in the mud, it seems to keep the air filter a little cleaner. So I'm a big proponent of putting nuts and bolts back where you got them from, so you're not hunting for them later. This carburetor is also going to get rebuilt since it's off. It is a 34 pick 3, so I'm going to rebuild it while I have it off. It needs it. You can kind of see that the gaskets are all gummy. So that will be part of the project of this rebuild. So as you can see, it is a doghouse cooler with the external cooler. I have a new one of these along with the Hoover bracket. This one was obviously installed quite a while ago. I popped all the spark plugs and gonna pull them along with the distributor cap out.
But
Part
what
of the
about
reason
later?
is we know that the timing gear
Because later,
inside the motor on the crank
organization
is
because
either on backwards or bad. This distributor is literally backwards, so the notch that should be kind of up here for spark plug or cylinder number 1 is down here. It's 180 degrees from where it should be, so we are going to be fixing that as well. So the generator stand is also a 13 millimeter. Can't get to the back ones right now with the manifold still on, so I'm going to start working on that. What I'm trying to do is get everything that I can peripherally off the engine before I take it actually out of the buggy. So I have the heat risers. I'll get these all disconnected, get these disconnected, get the exhaust off, and then eventually I'll push the buggy forward a little bit. We're going to get some wood and stack it. We're going to drop the engine and then kind of roll it away. And then I have a bench mount engine stand that this will go on, and we're going to crack the case. So I'm a real big proponent of kind of keeping your parts together, like your nuts and bolts and washers. A lot of people just throw them all in a cup and then fish them out and see if they work. Ziploc bags are cheap. Generally, they don't have to be fancy. They can be just regular store brand and a Sharpie. So here's one. Says generator stand. These are the nuts and the washers that I'm taking off to remove the generator stand. I'm just going to throw them all in here, and they'll stay together. and I can clean them up and put them back in here, and I know that these belong to the generator stand, so I don't have to hunt. So these little bolts on the heater tubes are a 10. And surprisingly enough, there is a nut on the back side, but I didn't have to hold it down. I'll put them together and I will make a bag. Put them together in there.
93.3 Eagle Country.
Okay, these ones are rolling, so I'll get her wrench. So the studs for the exhaust are also a 13. So these will go in a bag as well, but I will buy new nuts for this. These are in really rough shape. I'm going to sand them down. I'm going to get some high temp paint and paint them probably black. So I'm also going to kind of clean these out. Let me see if I can show you how carboned up they are. Pretty gross. Maybe if I shoot over here. So we're going to work on getting these cleaned up. And like I said earlier, I'm going to paint them. I'll take but they're full of carbon. So we need to get that cleaned out. See if I can't get this to show a little better. Right there. So we're gonna get them all cleaned out and running good. You can buy these off any of the buggy stores, Amazon and whatnot, but I'll take care of what I got. So for some of you who may have watched the Blue Beasts video, kind of what started with the Blue Beast was he was having some backfire, and we found out the exhaust was gapped, and his gaskets were horrible. So these are these gaskets. And as you can see, they're coming apart. So we're going to get these pried off. So normally I would put something in this hole to not get anything into the engine. But we're cracking the case, so that's not necessarily a issue right now. So here's that gasket coming off. It's, I don't know, the Blue Beasts were pretty bad, but this one's really bad. So you can see it's splitting there on the side. So we'll get these off. There's 4 total, so if you're doing this, make sure you get all 4. Also, something that you want to be cognizant of is when you're prying these off, you really don't want to pry against this head very hard. You don't want to scuff it up. You don't want to create gouges or anything. You want to try to keep it good. So I try not to. Like you saw, I kind of moved over to the pliers to kind of help pull it off, but they're gross. Don't know what the last time they were changed was. So I'm finding something. Seems like somebody might have used the handy dandy old RTV. That's not necessarily always the best choice. So, yep, there's RTV all over this.